Hi, I'm Eric Wise with Urban Native, and these are our Urban Native models. And we're going places with RICC ROLLINS.
This is Going Places. Interesting people, doing interesting things in interesting places. And we want you to come along. Thanks a lot, ladies, and thanks a lot, Eric. I can't wait to see what you have to show us later in the show. Good morning and welcome to this edition of Going Places. I hope your morning is amazing. Here's what's coming up on today's show. We'll meet Erica Gilchrist, who's a young lady who's giving back to her community in a way that I'm sure will touch her heart. We'll continue our conversation with Gerald Anderson, and I'll show you what Eric Wise and the women from Urban Native have to show for this season. All of this and more coming up, you guessed it, starting right now. Tracy Trapman says, I've seen and met angels disguised as ordinary people living extraordinary lives. I've done that. And the person that's joining me right now is indeed one of those angels. Thank you for joining us, Erica. It's been a long time. You're growing up before my very eyes.
I haven't spoke to you in a while, and it's very nice to see you and hear your voice.
Okay. Erica, I remember you telling me about your nonprofit. And I thought it was amazing that at your age, you had a nonprofit. When did you begin Erica's Angels?
I began Erica's Angels when I was 8 years old in Atlanta, Georgia.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what made you want to start a nonprofit?
Seeing how unfortunate everybody else was around me, because in
Wow.
Georgia, the place I stayed in, it wasn't the best, and there was a lot of homeless people around. So one day when I was going to Walmart, it was my birthday, and I seen a homeless man outside. Now I've seen this man before, but being at that age, it never like clicked with me on what to do. But I went in the store, used my birthday money to get him what he needed. And from there, it just started giving back to the community.
I'm about to cry. That is amazing. But in the time that I've known you, you've been the most giving person, because remember when you would be like, Mr. Rick, can we give them a mask, an extra mask? Erica worked
Yes,
for me
sir.
for a while, and that's how we got to know each other. I think that is so amazing that you would take your birthday money, and from that it led to Erica's Angels.
Yes, sir.
So tell us more about the organization.
So with Erica's Angels, basically we are a nonprofit. What we do is we go out in the community and we help the less fortunate, such as families and also people that don't have a place to stay. We give them hygiene bags. We've done clothes drives, shoes drives, Thanksgiving drives, Christmas drives, and also just giving back to families that's unfortunate by giving them gift cards to Publix and Walmart and different things like that.
Okay, so where does all of this come from? Are you still giving up your birthday money?
A little bit, a little bit. Most of the stuff that we do come out of pocket, and then the other half comes from volunteers and donations.
Okay. Okay, so I know you've got to get to class. So let's real quick tell them about what you've got going on today.
So right now, what we're doing is a shoe drive. If anyone has any shoes in their closet, anyone knows anybody that have any shoes to donate, you can give them to us, and they'll be going to the less fortunate. I also have 215 families coming up for Thanksgiving that are in need of boxes, and we are taking donations such as gift cards, turkeys, canned goods, beverages, anything that can make families' Thanksgiving, more enjoyable.
Well, I thank you. So go to class, make me proud, and your
Thank
mom
you.
is going to take over from here. It's really great seeing you. I better see you when you come home.
You will. Thank you for
Okay.
having me.
Okay. Take care now. Joining us now is Leticia Gilchrist, and that is Erica's mom. Now, let me tell you up front, I admire Mama Gilchrist because what she does is push no matter what. She just left chemo, and she's doing this interview. She needs to go home and rest. But I needed you to meet the person that raised that angel. Here's Erica's Earth Angel, her mom. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So, how you feeling today?
I'm blessed. I woke up this morning, I'm walking, I'm talking. There's people that didn't do that, so I have no reason to complain.
So let me ask you a question. I admire that. Look, between you and Erica today, I'm going to cry before this is over with. Tell me this. How do you attribute Erica's philanthropy and her kindness starting at age 8, where she would take her birthday money and help somebody that she didn't even know?
Erica grew up around family that's what we do. Uh, I taught Erica, you always self, not last, but you think about others and what they are going through. That's how you get your blessings. So that's why Erica gets what she started at the age of 8 years old, of doing and trying to help others, so that way she can get her blessings on the back end.
So, what did you think when she said, Mama, I want to take my money and do this? Were you surprised, or did you say, that's my girl?
I was happy in the inside. My heart was very happy. At first, I was kind of skeptical about it. I was scared because she walked off from me and was headed to the guy, and she didn't ask. So I didn't know what she was doing. But once I realized what she was doing, it brought so much joy to me.
Okay. I didn't think that we could do this interview with Erica without talking to you, because I wanted people to see where her strength comes from, where her sense of humanity comes from. I'm not going to keep you because I know you're tired and you need to get some rest, but I want to thank you for being the mom that you are. Let's tell them real quick about the drive that happens today. So you want to do that, Mom?
Okay, so we're starting to drive. We're collecting gently used shoes, men, adults, men, women, and adults and children's. It can be dress shoes, heels, sneakers, all type of shoes. Um, Also, we're doing a big drive on November the 11th at North Seminole Park, Little League Park, across from Rolette Park in Tampa, where you can drive by and just drop off the shoes. We're aiming to collect 2,500 pairs of shoes. That way we could take all proceeds to help the homeless and the less fortunate and elderly.
Okay, well, let me tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going through my store and I'm going to see what we have, because sometimes we have shoes that the models have worn in fashion shows, and of course they're not sellable. And I'll see what else we have. So come by and see me, and we'll have those shoes for you, okay?
Thank you so much. It's
Of
such a
course,
blessing.
anything
Thank
for you and Erica, okay? I thank you
Thank
for
you.
being with us. Go home and get some rest, and we'll talk to you
Okay.
real soon, okay?
All right. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye. More Going Places when we return right after this. Welcome back to this edition of Going Places. My friend Gerald C. Anderson Sr. is with us today. As I said, if you missed the first part of our interview with him, that Gerald is go with me, Gerald, author, producer, publisher, playwright, screenwriter, musician. Did I forget anything?
I think that about it.
Okay. So he's a Renaissance man, and he's a legit Renaissance man, because not only is he the master of a couple, he masters each of them masterfully. I'm glad you're with us this morning. We've been trying to do this forever. Every
Right.
time we talk, to shout out to Sheldon McCarr, Go
Mhm.
Lions. Sheldon's like, well, Gerald's got another book coming out and he's coming home. I said, Sheldon, I got this. We're going to get him on the show. And so here we are. So, Sheldon, I hope you're happy. Now, Sheldon, we can talk about the barbecue and the king that you becoming in that.
Right.
But so I want to go back to, so the book comes out, and like you said, there are more voices. And
Mhm.
I hear people, look, my characters talk to me. I don't know about your characters, but
They
mine
do.
talk to me. And so you can tell when they're ready to talk again. So the second book comes out. Now, how many books are there now?
Oh, 27?
Wait a minute, I didn't know there were 27 books.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay. Okay. So,
Yeah.
so is there a favorite?
I don't know. It's tough to say if there's a favorite. I know the one that even after 27, the third book was the one that really pushed the bar up to the highest level, and that was standing firm on domestic violence.
Mm-hmm.
That one was the one that really pushed all the bars, and that's how everybody seemed to get involved in that, because that domestic violence and that whole domestic violence tour, the domestic violence awareness tour, was remarkable, and that was the one that was made into a movie and everything. So it was that, not using the word favorite, I think that was the biggest one.
Okay.
So,
Okay. That's like asking, I don't even know why I asked you that, because that's like asking a parent which one's your favorite child.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking about too. That's exactly what I was thinking about. Like I love them all in their different ways, but that one was the one that really got things started. And like I say, that whole standing firm tour and all that. And I think the most impressionable thing that happened to me since I started writing was during that tour, I got to go to a women's shelter where survivors of violence were staying. I got to speak to them, and they were so proud that a man was actually writing a book that had to do with domestic violence and bringing awareness. And so I ended up bringing them, because they have to be protected and secretive about where they're living at. So I got them a bus and got them in the bus and brought them over to the launch. So they had an evening of attending the launch and getting some food and I gave them all free books and everything. So yeah, they really enjoyed that whole evening, but they don't know the mark that they left on me because of that, because when it's something, there's one thing that you write about or you see it, you witness it in your family or something, but to actually see these women who you don't know survive it, and now they're living in a shelter, and that was an experience to see how these women were living in this shelter because someone had abused them and they were hiding from that person, fear of their life, So that book will always, had the mark on me.
So
of all
it
the
was
books.
most impactful of all 27.
Right.
Trying to get to number 5 with the breathing series. I'm like 27. Jesus. Okay. but now you also publish, correct? Now, do you publish
Yes.
other books, or you publish?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I
Yeah.
have Life Publishing LLC is my publishing company.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And it's multifaceted, and that's one of the things that we want to talk about too. But let's stay with this, because I think it's very interesting. One, that you wrote Standing Firm because of the domestic abuse that you witnessed, correct?
Correct.
So
Well, that I witnessed and that I heard, so it's kind of a mixture of both. So, because I remember when I was before I moved over to the neighborhood where you were living at, we lived in Belmont Heights, and I remember when I was probably about 8 years old, and I was in our apartment, but they had the screen door, so I was looking out of the apartment, right? And this couple was arguing, and this guy hit the woman, and I still can hear her hit the concrete in my head every time I think about that. So that was very impactful for me, and that was my first time ever seeing a woman abused. And of course he ran away, and the police were chasing after him and stuff. So that left a marked impression on me. Yeah. So that of course has something to do with the book, and everything as well. So that was my first experience with domestic violence when I was about 8 years old.
How old? Or you said 8? Okay.
Mhm.
Wow, that's a lot to experience today. Our conversation with Gerald continues on next week. Be sure to tune in. When we come back, Eric Wise shows us what you should be wearing for fall 2023. Right after this.
Pirates love the booty. Yeah.
Love is in the air.
I did. I brought my mom.
Well, Mom went in the car, and I didn't know this.
On Love in America, only on RHS TV.
Welcome back to this edition of Going Places. I am honored to have the designer extraordinaire. I say that a lot because all of my friends are extraordinary designers, and you'll meet them along the way. But Eric Wise is with us today. Eric is the CEO, curator, head designer, visionary of Urban Native, the Urban Native Collective, and Urban Native Black.
Right.
And so we have a preview of some things that are yet to come and some things that he's already doing in his mind. Welcome to Goin Places.
I'm honored to be here.
Okay, so tell us what we can expect this season from you.
We're going to break it up into fall going into holiday.
Okay.
And we'll give a little taste of both of those during this time. But we're going to go into color, maybe not traditionally what you would look at because we're Florida. So we don't change weight, we just change tones. So we're going to go into some tonals. Purple is a big color for me this year. Taupes, sage greens, which are normally outside of my spectrum, but I've taken an affinity to that, and we're going to see that on our collections this year.
Okay. So if you had to say to the person watching today, what would you say is the must-have for their wardrobe? What's the essential? If they don't have it, what do they need to put in their wardrobe?
Whether it's going into the fall season or you're going into spring next year, palazzo pants are going to be something every woman is going to need in their wardrobe, because you can dress those up, you can put some sneakers on with it. Every woman wants to be comfortable but still wants to be chic. So that palazzo pant is going to be a wardrobe essential.
Okay, so what did you bring for us today?
Well, the first thing we're going to show you coming out today is a reinvention of the tier dress. The tier dress has been the past couple of seasons. We've shortened it above the knee, so whether you're a young lady like Montana is here, or whether you're a mature woman, this is still going to be flattering. It's great for different types of figures.
I was going to say, figure, yeah.
So it's a full cut, the sleeves are full cut. I hear all the time ladies telling me, I don't want to show this, that, or the other, or I'm a little more here and a little less there. This gives that opportunity to show that and to put that where you want it to be. And with this vibrant color, it's still the purple tones, but you could wear this into autumn. You see the yellows are more umber colored.
Okay, thanks a lot, Montana. What's next?
A big part of my aesthetic is tribal. I've done a lot of work in West Africa, and Diana is coming into here and showing off some of the taste of our tribal vibe. So what she's wearing is palazzo pants. It looks like a skirt, but this is palazzo. This would be perfect in the office, but to change up. She's got a feminine blazer with some cool little aesthetics with the belt. All this is Ankara print. So the Ankara is a waxed cotton intrinsic to Nigeria and West Africa.
And it has pockets.
And it's got pockets. Yeah. If you can put pocket in, a woman's going to be that much happier.
She's going to be your best friend.
Always.
Yes.
So she's got this incredible palazzo pant with a mix of all of the Ankara prints. She's got this beautiful, beautiful Ugandan necklace. These are available from us in the boutique. It's all handmade. So this is a great thing that you could wear out to the office or anywhere else.
Okay, I think it's amazing. I really do, and you wear it well, my dear. You really do. So, again, figure flattering.
Figure flattering.
Okay.
The pants come in one size, so it's a small girl like her can wear it, or an extended size to a plus-size woman would be equally as comfortable in these.
Okay, thanks a lot.
The next one we got coming out is Angela. She is wearing one of my brand new dresses. I'm a print guy. I don't do a lot of solids. If I do solids, it's going to be extra. So right now she's got this repeated print in the black and white. We've broke up that black and white with this huge red belt that just snatches the waist.
Yes.
She's popped that collar. This is the boss. She owns the company. She's not here to visit. I'm here to fire you.
I love it. Okay.
So she's got a great vibe going on. It's very comfortable. It's flowy. It's very lightweight. And it'll give a lot of movement.
There's a lot of flounce. Exactly.
Yeah.
I love it. So, ladies, why don't you come on back out? So, and this is all available in your boutique at West Shore Plaza.
All
correct?
available as of today. This is the show's date.
Okay, all right, okay. Well, ladies, if you don't have this in your closet, you need to run to West Shore Plaza and get it, okay?
You won't be disappointed.
That's right. When we come back, there's more to see right after this. Just stay with us. Welcome back to this edition of Going Places. I tell you, we're going to be talking fashion and you're going to see some great things. And with us is, again, my friend, Eric Wise, lead designer, head designer, the designer for Urban Native Black, and everything in between. So one of the things I heard you say during the segment was that you talked about it being in the boutique.
Yes.
So let's talk more about Urban Native, the collective.
So we're in West Shore Plaza in Tampa, near the airport. So Urban Native, the collective, is 4 or 5 local area artisans and designers collectively together in one boutique. It gives these local designers the opportunity to showcase their art, their talents in a more retail environment. A lot of people get excited about making a garment or making a piece of jewelry, but then no one ever sees it unless they're wearing it.
Right.
This is that opportunity for the masses to get a chance to see what we can do in Tampa Bay.
Okay, so it's not just enough to do it. Now it's about the business of selling it as well.
It's a whole different level than being a designer and being a retailer.
So when people come into West Shore, what can they expect to see at Urban Native?
You're going to see much more than just garments. You're going to have an experience. Customer service is very much lacking in our society in general. There's no self-checkout at Urban Native. You're going to get an experience. We want you to get that old school one-on-one. You met the designer. You've got somebody who knows your face when you walk in. We've got your measurements in the computer, or we're going to play dress up and you're going to try on a few things and walk a runway so you can see how you like to look and how you feel when you have that garment on. So we're not just selling garments and jewelry, we're selling an experience.
Okay, so let's see what that experience births, especially when it's under your hands and your curation and talent and creation. Okay.
Well, we're bringing now part of our Urban Native Black collection, which this is the elevated, this is a little more elegant. So the first one out is Montana. She's in my brand new geisha collection. This is a travel attire. It's been done in other ways for us, but this is a brand new print with this Asian print. Show them the back of this duster.
I love it.
So it's very colorful. If you were at work and you could wear this to work easily, if you were going to a party for the holidays afterwards, out with the girls, you've got it. She's got on these incredible earrings, one of our cute new handbags that is going to be available this weekend as well.
That's cute.
This comes in purple and in black, this lunchbox, I call it.
Okay, I like it.
Leather lunchbox, and you've got a whole look that everybody's going to be envious of.
Now, is that 2 pieces or okay?
This is 2 pieces. She's
Okay.
got a tank, she's
Okay.
got the duster and the pant.
Okay, because I was like, okay, but I love this. I mean, it is beautiful coming and it's beautiful going.
You get a little bit going each direction. Now this one Diana's in is staying true to my tribal vibe. She's got a zebra print in a super chic, elevated office party cocktail
That's
attire.
amazing.
This is stretch knit pant, but it's got the matching with the silk chiffon overlay. If you want to be a little more modest, you could wear a little camisole with it. She's just got
But why?
But why? I mean, she's got a nice
This
bralette
is
on it.
amazing.
Very chic. It's got a little sparkle. She's paired it with some silver heels and a beautiful cocktail bag, and she could go out to any holiday party and own the room.
So I know you don't have a mic on, but does this you can give me a thumbs up. How do you feel in this? Amazing. And because you look amazing.
She told me she needs this for her birthday before we came out.
That's right. You have not because you ask not. So for the woman who is a little bit more on the voluptuous side, can we still do this?
Yeah, and I'm gonna get up a little bit to show you. This
Okay.
right here, if we had the opportunity, we can make this top go 6 different ways. It can go scoop neck.
Okay, now you don't want me to make you do this on air.
Well,
Okay.
we could make this scoop neck. We can make it cowl neck where it drops in the front. We could turn the whole thing with the seam and let a V-neck front and back, and it drapes really long. So if you have a little belly and you want to hide it, you just turn it and let the same beautiful drapes go in the front, and it hides
Wow.
what you want hidden.
I'm serious. This is amazing. I love this piece. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, so next, because we'll be talking about this for a while, because I'm sitting here going, I don't want to see him do this.
We're going
Okay.
to dinner. We're
Okay.
going to the Christmas gala, and Angela is rocking in this
This is
silk.
beautiful.
This is palazzo pants.
Oh my God. Okay, yeah.
I've done it in skirts. It's a 2-piece. It
Okay.
comes in
And it's got pockets.
and it's got pockets.
I get excited about pockets for women because
They
as a
love
person
pockets.
who's a stylist, my girls are always saying, can you find me something with pockets? They love me when I do. So bravo.
The top wrap. So if you're tiny, this you just tighten it up. If you're voluptuous, you just loosen it up. So this will fit every single body type. I've done this in this purple, I've got it in white, I've got it in crimson, and I've got it in gold.
Oh, wow.
So we're going to have an array of colors and a skirt. You can choose
So
skirt or
they
pant.
need to buy a bunch of them so they can just mix them up.
Play with it.
And do them all the time. That's right. Play with it. I love it. And that purse is amazing.
It's
too.
perfect. And she's got this abstract jewelry on. All this is available in the store with this metal belt that
love the
just
belt.
gives a cutaway to it.
So what I would say to any lady is that it has to be head to toe. There must be details, and if you don't know how to handle the details, where am I? You don't know how to handle the details. What you need to do is come and see.
I help you do
You know, I got a plenty of stylists on my Rolodex, and so this is one of them. But somebody can make you look right. You have no excuse for looking bad in this season.
This is
your
gonna
life.
be this is going to be a great look on
Yeah.
just about anybody. This was on the runway at Tampa Bay Fashion Week and Orlando International Fashion Week, and it needs to be on your runway too.
That's it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Angel.
Okay, we'll have the ladies come back. I want to ask you one thing. The last thing, you girls can come on back out. The last thing that I want to ask you is when people are thinking about how they should look, what's the piece of advice you give them? Because some people think they look great in everything. You don't. Okay, let's just be honest. Everything is not for everybody. But what would that advice be?
Take a moment, ask somebody you trust that'll tell you the truth.
So mirror or friend?
A mirror or a friend. Coco Chanel said, look at the mirror right before you leave the house and
take
take
off
one
one
thing
thing.
off. I'm going to tell you, find one friend and ask them, does this look right on me? And trust them. And now, not people that's jealous of you.
This is true now. This is true.
But somebody that'll tell you, no, that's too tight for you. Wait till you go to the gym a couple weeks, you know. So that you know you want to look your best and you want to feel your best. But what I don't want you to do is have somebody tell you that's not for you to wear.
Okay, one last time. Urban Native is where?
West Shore Plaza Mall, North Concourse.
Okay. So you need to go see Eric and you need to come back right after this.
Almost went on a date with someone who was possibly a murderer. Oh my God!
Dating hazards and mishaps.
I want just a text back.
No question, no doubt about it. It's a 5.
Check out Dating in America on RHS TV.
Have you been interesting places or met some interesting people? I'd love to hear about it. We're doing a new segment called Wish You Were Here. All I need you to do is send me 5 images to the address on the bottom of the screen, and in the soon coming day, we could be talking to you right here in the studio. Well, thanks for joining us for this edition of Going Places. I hope that your morning remains amazing. We'll see you next week talking with more interesting people, doing interesting things, and we'll be talking about some interesting places, all on the next Going Places. Until then, for everybody here, be blessed on your journey. We'll see you next time.